Hey, friends, welcome back. All right, so we're down to our final chapter, chapter 11. Chapter 10, we found out at the end that Lafcadio the Great, the one who shoots the best, was headed back to the jungle in Africa and he was going hunting. That's quite a turnaround from the beginning. All right, so let's get into the last chapter of Lafcadio, the lion who shot back. Hold your horses. And when they got to Africa, they put on their red caps and they picked up their guns and they went into the jungle and they all began shooting at some lions. When suddenly one very, very old lion looked closely at Lafcadio and said, "Hey, wait a minute. Don't I know you?" "I don't think so," said Lafcadio. "Well, how come you were shooting at us?" asked the old lion. "Because you are a lion and I am a hunter," said Lafcadio. "That's why." "You're not a hunter," said the old lion, looking at him even closer. "You're a lion. I can see your tail sticking out from under your jacket. You're definitely a lion." "Dear me," said Lafcadio. "Dear me, so I am. I had almost completely forgotten about it." "What is going on there?" Lafcadio said the hunters. "Stop talking to those lions and start shooting those lions." "Don't listen to him," said the old lion. "You are a lion just like us. Help us. And after we finish with these hunters, we'll all go back into the jungle and sleep in the sun and swim in the river and play in tall grass and eat some nice raw rabbits and have a wonderful time." Raw rabbits?" Lafcadio said. "Urgh! Pooh!" "Don't listen to him," said the hunters. "You are a man just like us. Help us, and after we finish with these lions, we'll sail back to America and go to some wonderful parties and play badminton and drink buttermilk and have a wonderful time." "Buttermilk?" said Lafcadio. "Urgh! Phew!" "Well," said the man, "if you are a man, you had better help us shoot these lions, because if you are a lion, we certainly are going to shoot you." "Well," said the old lion, "if you are a lion, you had better help us eat up those men, because if you are a man, we are certainly going to eat you up. So make up your mind." Grr. "Make up your mind, Lafcadio," said the man. "Make up your mind," they all said together. And poor Lafcadio the Great, he couldn't make up his mind. He wasn't really a lion anymore, and he certainly wasn't really a man. Poor Lafcadio. What do you do when you don't want to be a hunter and you don't want to be a lion? "Look," he said, "I don't want to shoot any lions, and I certainly don't want to eat up any of you hunters. I don't want to stay here in the jungle and eat raw rabbits, and I certainly don't want to go back to the city and drink buttermilk. I don't want to chase my tail, but I don't want to play bridge either. I guess I don't belong in the hunter's world, and I guess I don't belong in the lion's world. I guess I just don't belong anywhere," he said. It's a terrible feeling. Wonder what he's going to do now. And with that, he shook his head and he put down his gun and he picked up his hat and he sniffled a couple of times and he walked all away over the hill, away from the hunters and away from the lions. And he walked and walked and walked, and soon from far away he could hear the sound of hunters shooting the lions, and he could hear the sound of the lions eating up the hunters. And he didn't really know where he was going, but he did know he was going somewhere, because you really have to go somewhere, don't you? And he didn't really know what he was going to happen to him, but he didn't know that something was going to happen, because something does always happen, doesn't it? And the sun was just beginning to go down behind the hill, and it was getting a little chilly in the jungle, and a warm rain was beginning to fall, and Lafcadio the Great walked down into the valley alone. And that was the last I ever heard of Lafcadio the Great. I certainly thought he would have at least dropped me a line to say hello, or maybe even sent me a little something for my birthday, which is September 25th, in case any of you are sweet and care to know. But so far, not a word from him, and not a word about him either. Of course, if I do get any news of him, I'll be sure to let you know. And who knows, you may even meet him before I do. Maybe on your way to school, or maybe in the movies, or maybe in the park, or maybe in the elevator, or maybe in the barber shop, or maybe just walking down the street. Maybe even down at the store buying 5 or 6 dozen of marshmallows. He just loves marshmallows. Boys and girls, that was the end of Lafcadio the Great, the lion who shot back. I want to thank Cheryl Silverstein for that beautiful story. Um, as we can see, there's a lesson to be learned, guys. You are who you are, no matter what you go through. You are a part of your past, and you can't run away from what you are. Lafcadio had to find that out the hard way, but I hope he recovers and he finds himself. All right, boys and girls, had a fun time reading that with you. Bye bye.